If your company tracks idle time on your computer, things like monitoring your mouse movements or timing how long you're away from the screen, I've got news for you. It's not about productivity, it's more about control, and that's a big problem. Let's break down why idle time tracking is not only outdated, but also harmful for you, for your team, and even for the company itself. Oh, and stick around because I'm sharing some tips for what you can do if this is happening to you. If we're new to each other, hey, I'm Tara. I'm a leadership coach and consultant specializing in burnout prevention, recovery, and work life balance. I help seasoned leaders design burnout resistant careers, and I partner with organizations to make that happen by addressing the 5 C's that drive burnout. I'm passionate about helping you improve your relationship with work so that you can find the energy to do the things that you love and reconnect with the parts of you that burnout has pushed aside. You deserve to feel balanced and badass, and I'm here to help you get there. Be sure to hit subscribe and let's get you living your best life. Let's start with the big myth that productivity equals activity. It doesn't. Think about it. Some of the most important work we do doesn't involve constantly typing or clicking. Creative problem solving, strategizing, even planning your next steps, these all require stepping away from the screen. But idle trackers, they measure busyness, not actually meaningful work. And then there's the trust issue. What does it say to employees when you're monitoring their every move? It screams, we don't trust you. And let me tell you, nothing disengages a team faster than feeling micromanaged. Employees who feel mistrusted start working defensively. They focus more on looking busy than actually delivering great results. It's a lose-lose situation for everyone involved. And let's not forget burnout. Imagine feeling like you can't take a moment to breathe without being flagged as inactive. That pressure to constantly appear on is a fast track to stress, overwork, and eventually burnout. Here's the thing. Idle time tracking is just the tip of the iceberg. The real problem is the culture behind it. When companies rely on tracking tools like these, it's usually because one of 3 things. They don't have clear expectations for what success looks like. They're stuck in outdated management styles that equate hours with results, or they're leading with fear, not trust. The result? A workplace where control is prioritized over outcomes. And let's be real, that's not a recipe for innovation or engagement. So, what's the alternative? How do you build a workplace that gets results without driving everyone into burnout? First, focus on the outcomes. Instead of monitoring the activity, define what success looks like. Set clear goals and measurable deliverables so your team knows exactly what they're working toward. Second, measure results, not activity. Use project milestones, KPIs, or whatever works for your team, but focus on the impact, not the process. And finally, build trust. Trust your team to manage their time in the way that suits them best. When people feel trusted, they don't just show up, they thrive. Now, if you're on the other side of this, if you're working in a place that tracks your idle time, here's what you can do. Start a conversation. Talk to your manager about focusing on deliverables and outcomes instead of activity tracking. Show them how it could benefit the team and the company. Protect your boundaries. If you're feeling micromanaged, set limits where you can. Proactively communicate your progress to reduce unnecessary check-in. And look for red flags. If idle tracking is deeply integrated in the culture and it's draining your energy, it might be time to consider whether this is the right place for you. At the end of the day, workplaces that thrive are the ones that lead with trust, not control. Idle time tracking isn't the future of work. It's a red flag for a culture that's holding people back. If your workplace values mouse clicks over meaningful results, what's one thing you can do to change that dynamic, either for yourself or for your team? If you're dealing with micromanagement, burnout, or just a workplace that doesn't get it, let me know in the comments. And if you're ready to take control of your career and say goodbye to burnout, check out my burnout-resistant career design playbook. It's packed with tools to help you identify these forces in your life and actually do something about them. The pre-order is open right now, and trust me, this is something that you're gonna want to get your hands on. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share this with someone who might need a little help kicking burnout to the curb. As always, thanks for hanging out with me today, and remember to stay balanced, stay badass, and make good choices. I'll catch you next week.